Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. The Ring 5 Night of the Samurai main event. And special thanks for making it possible to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. His Royal Highness the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and the Chairman of the General Entertainment Authority and the Saudi Boxing Federation, His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. This event is presented by Riyadh Season and The Ring Magazine, Sella and promoter Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing, along with JLE Cinema Group, Ohashi Promotions, Zanfer, and PBC, along with our premium partners, the Saudi Tourism Authority, STC, Saudi National Bank, Dr. Suleiman Al Habib Medical Group, and Saudia Airlines. Strategic partners, Mayer United, Arroya Cruises, Sadia, Lucid Motors, SHG, and Azure. And our main partners, Pepsi and Arena Fitness Innovation. Our commercial partner is Prime. This event is broadcast live to Japan on Lamino and worldwide on DAZN. Go to DAZN.com, DAZN.com. So now, from the Mohammed Abdu Arena, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started! Now making his entrance to the ring, the challenger, Alan El Rey Picasso! And now making his entrance to the ring, the defending champion, Naoya, the Monster Inoue!
Only a handful of fighters per generation do not have to negotiate between speed, power, accuracy, and defense. But what makes Naoya Inoue even more special is that he also hasn't negotiated between activity, dominance, and ambition. With a victory tonight, Inoue would surpass Canelo Alvarez for most wins over Ring Magazine top 10 rated fighters since 2010. Going 26-0 with 23 knockouts in title fights. It's a resume that may already make him the greatest Japanese fighter ever, but there's a generational clash that awaits him, the biggest one of all. Tonight, he faces one of the biggest physical tests of his career as he looks to summon yet another monstrous performance.
And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like to honor our host nation with the national anthem for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Ring 5 Night of the Samurai main event. 12 rounds of boxing for the Ring Magazine and undisputed Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. Sanctioned by the Saudi Boxing Commission and all the international commissions. Jose Mohan, President and Commissioner at ringside. And our 3 judges scoring from ringside will be from South Africa, Dion Duarte, from Spain, Polonia Fernandez, and from the United States, Steve Weisfeld. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, World Championship veteran referee from the United States, Raul Caiz Jr. So now, the officials are in place and they are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. So for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white and black, and officially weighing in at 121.1 pounds. His professional record, an excellent one. 32 victories, including 17 big wins by knockout without a loss. He has 1 draw, and he's ranked by the Ring among the best in the world in this division, and #1 by the WBC. Damas y caballeros del barrio de Tepito, la Ciudad de México, Distrito Federal, Mexico. The undefeated challenger, el invicto, Alan David, el Rey Picasso. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing pink trimmed with white, officially weighing in at 121.5 pounds. He's recognized by all as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world and brings a perfect record to the ring. 31 fights, 31 victories, 27 big wins by knockout, the 4-division world champion, 2-division undisputed world champion, fighting out of Yokohama and representing all of Japan, ranked by all the commissions in the Ring Magazine as the undisputed, undefeated Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Naoya, the Monster Inoue.
All right, gentlemen, you received the instructions in the dressing room. Know what I expect? A good, clean fight. Ya recibieron las instrucciones que una pelea limpia. Legal punches, golpe legales. Legal punches here for you. Golpe legales aquí. Touch gloves, good luck to both of you. Buena suerte a los dos. Touch gloves.
We just saw Junto Nakatani almost let the Naoya Inoue showdown slip through his fingers. Can Inoue keep that mega fight intact now with a big win over Picasso?
The monster has arrived in Saudi Arabia. Our main event, Inoue, Picasso, underway. Can Picasso paint a masterpiece, so to speak, and do the unthinkable here in the main event?
Well, it will have to be, won't it, against one of the best to ever do it. It'll have to be educated pressure, but pressure, you do feel, along with volume, is his key to victory here. Inoue has multiple ways he can do this. Just having a look on the back foot, the jab is the weapon that just unlocks everything for the Japanese fighter.
You mentioned the different ways that Inoue can do this. Last time out against MJ Akhmadaliev, he said quite explicitly and purposely he wanted to outbox him in that fight, and he did. He outboxed Mike, a man who many consider to be the best pure boxer in the division.
Yeah, I mean, Inoue could do it all, really. And, you know, he can box going forward, going backward. He has massive power in both hands. That's why he's one of the all-time greats. And Picasso, though, you have to feel like he has a lot of motivation and a lot of confidence now after his countryman just pulled off the upset. Maybe he's thinking now, maybe I can do the same.
The right hand to the body from Picasso.
Seeing something already that we haven't seen much of this evening, and that's feinting. And we're seeing Inoue feinting really well, trying to unlock that defense, that tight defense of Picasso. There are openings to the body, though, of the Mexican. We've seen how well Inoue does target the body.
Picasso coming off a victory, a 10-round majority decision win over Konosuke Kameda in a fight that really turned into a bit of a war.
Yeah, it was a good scrap, that. It really was. Really good battle. But this is a different kettle of fish altogether. The speed of Inoue as well, Mike. So impressive.
And Corey, as Picasso told us, you know, he had a lot of distractions. He was studying for finals. He's neuroscience. So this time he has a clear mind and a lot of planning ahead of the fight.
Yeah, he had a final exam 20 days before that fight. But to your point about the clear mind, again, this is a fight that has been bandied about for the better part of a year based on Picasso's WBC ranking. So this is a matchup that he's been studying and thinking about for a very long time.
Good pressure from Picasso, giving a guard nice and high, nice and tight. The jab, though, very impressive with Inoue. But he stabs it into the body. But that's going to be the first obstacle for Inoue. Try and find the target upstairs. Try and pry open that defense of Picasso.
Inoue, historically very measured in the opening round. Look at that hand speed from Inoue. Two-punch combination to the body as he lands a left hook up top. And the main event is underway here in Riyadh.
Okay, that was good. That was good. Keep it to yourself and make it short. Yeah. So you can keep on gradually giving pressure. Keep it short. Short. Short and gradual.
Back live here in Saudi Arabia as we listen into the corner of Naoya Inoue.
Just be cautious of prepared punch. That's all you need to be wary of.
Round two underway. Saw Inoue's father, Shingo, in his corner, as we referenced earlier on here tonight. Also the trainer of his brother, Takuma Inoue. And the Inoue brothers went back to their roots, so to speak. They did portions of their training camp outdoors for the first time in many years. A little bit of a nostalgic feel, and this is vintage Naoya Inoue that you're seeing right now.
Look at that. Terrific combination, just going through the gears. So much speed and precision. Just an absolute class act.
Just electric hand speed on Inoue as you see him go to the body. In that quiet opening round, a hallmark of Inoue fights. Even in fights like the Yi-Jun Kim fight, Mike, where he knew that his opponent was overmatched, he still gives them the respect of having that quiet opening round and gathering information.
Yeah, I mean, that's why he's the best in the world, right? And he's always gathering information and studying his opponent, but I think everything that Inoue does is really predicated off of that amazing quick first step.
Big right hand there from Inoue.
He's just creeping the wrong direction, Picasso. He's moving on to that right hand. He's better off taking a little step to his right-hand side, away from that thunderous right of Inoue.
Inoue told us there would be no back foot boxing here tonight. He said that he is looking for the knockout against Picasso, and he is hammering him with clubbing shots right now. Nice right hand in reply from Picasso.
There was a nice right hook there from
Yes,
Inoue.
there was.
Got round that left guard, didn't it, of Picasso. I thought he felt the shot. Yeah, real menacing look from the monster as he creeps forward and lets these shots fly.
Well, and that's what you could do with elite hand speed, Darren. You could throw with your opponent and just get there first.
Yeah, exactly. You know, that's almost incorporating timing into your speed, you know, which makes it very hard to be beaten.
And so far, this has been a body punching clinic. We see both guys landing big shots to the midsection.
Inoue winding up with that right hand. Picasso lands one of his own.
Yeah, just stayed in the pocket a little too long with that lead hand low. Inoue, there's a nice right hand from Picasso.
Inoue just planting his feet right in front of Picasso, daring him to exchange, and at times standing right in front of him, lead hand down.
Nice shot got through the guard of Inoue as well. From Picasso, lands a left hook as well.
Left hook there from Picasso, but back comes Inoue, popping the head back of Picasso with that uppercut. Picasso standing in there as he gets cracked with a left hook.
Taking a couple of good shots here, Alan Picasso.
Good left hook there from Picasso. And the action is heating up.
You okay? Yeah, does he hit hard? No. Yeah, don't miss. Yeah, don't get into a tear-up with him. He's slow in that exchange. You have to try and respond. Don't stay in front of him. Don't stand in front of him.
Yeah, lovely jab from Inoue, the variation. That sets up all of this fantastic work. Look, it enables him to get the feet close, and the shots just rain in from all angles. Really, really impressive work from the four-weight world champion. Really classy stuff, and there was one of those right hooks that got round that left guard of Picasso, like we say. Seemed to stun the Mexican ever so slightly, but Picasso, well, Philly's in the fight now. 2 rounds gone, and he's still there.
Round 3 underway. Inoue looking for the 4th defense of his Ring Magazine title in a single year. As we talked about off the top of the broadcast, that would match the feat of Larry Holmes, the Easton Assassin. That's one of the things that's been so impressive about Inoue's rise, is that in an era of weight climbers, it's not unusual to see people moving up in weight. Inoue has been dominant at every weight class and has stuck around long enough to really stake his claim as undisputed and Ring Magazine champion.
Yeah, Corey, and there's also a lot of talk, and there has been for a couple of years now, of him going all the way up to 126. I mean, I would imagine that might be the limit. It's not 130, but, you know, basically his talent doesn't see any bounds.
Yeah, we mentioned during his ring walk, the 26-0 record in title fights. A credit to my pal Cliff Rold for doing the math on that one.
Man, there's some beautiful shots here. There's a jab, right uppercut, then a left to the body, constantly keeping Picasso thinking, unsure where these shots are coming from. But this is a real good effort, though, from the Mexican Picasso, trying to force his physical strength into this contest, looking for a stabbing jab to the body. I think that is the key to setting up his attacks, that jab to the body.
Yeah, taking a slight step back here and adhering the advice of his corner, who told him, hey, you don't want to get into a tear-up.
Yeah, look, it's still early and Inoue's winning the fight, but certainly Picasso does not seem out of his depth. I mean, this is a world-class fighter, number 3 by the Ring Magazine at 122 pounds, smart guy, and anytime you saw those top 25 under 25 lists, Picasso was right at the top.
Nice chopping right hand there from Picasso as Inoue comes back, leaping in with an uppercut. Inoue just missing with a rocket of a right hand there inside the final minute of round 3. All action in this third round, particularly in the latter half as Inoue puts a good combination together, but back comes Picasso again to the body with that left hook.
Yeah, terrific balance from Inoue to throw that classy 4-5 punch combination, but then a nice double left hook. Paired them body, as he does again there. He screwed the uppercut through. Nice work from Picasso.
Picasso's landing a lot to the body. He's finding a home for those shots.
Nice right hand from Inoue, make it 2.
Cannot switch off. When you're in there with someone who's as fast and as accurate as Inoue, I can't tell you how mentally draining it is. You know, that sends signals to the body. It's just exhausting.
Double left hook there from Picasso as he misses with a right hand behind it. Couple clubbing shots, one behind the head there from Inoue as we head back to the corners.
The cover was a bit stiff and attack the body and aim the left. Left body, that's where you go, and respond quickly. On the left body, that's where you're aiming at. If it gets the timing right, like you recover quickly. So focus and cover.
See the heavyweight champ watching intently there from ringside, and if Inoue can win and win impressively, Mike, there will be a debate over who will be number 1 atop that pound-for-pound list. But we got a long way to go. Alan Picasso very much in this fight, though Inoue looking like a very strong version of himself here tonight.
Yeah,
Aaron?
looking really, really good, looking fired up, looking focused, really committing to the shots. Again, I'm a big advocate of the foundations, the grounding, the footwork of these Japanese fighters, and we're seeing that here with Inoue. Look at that, just a fraction out of range to avoid the shot from Picasso, who, I have to say, it's been a really game effort so far. Picking his moments well, landed some good shots. You just feel at any moment, Inoue could just burst into life and unleash just hellish combinations.
Yeah, and Corey, you see the physique on Inoue. He was telling us in the fighter meetings, right? Like he was saying, look, I'm more muscular now, right? And certainly he is. Growing into the weight class.
He hasn't taken any of his speed away either, has it? Just still has those blistering hand speed.
There's that left hand to the body a moment ago that his father Shingo was asking for. Wicked left hook up top there. I think, Darren, he was selling that body shot and then came up top with the left hand.
Yeah, good disguise of that right. You know, wanted him just to react a little quicker, didn't they? And you're seeing that he's just a step ahead here in every single department. Boxing nicely on the back foot. Really made it a struggle for Picasso to land anything or even get close. And he's not exaggerating the movement too much, in a way. It's just a little fraction left, right, half a step back. And that enables you to do it all night long. Good, that's better.
There from Picasso. That might be the hardest body shot he's landed in this contest.
Talk about Inoue having to react quicker. That's what Picasso needs to do. He needs to be as sharp as possible. That was a nice left to the body.
And another one. That would make any Mexican fighter proud.
Yeah.
The left hook up top there from Inoue. Picasso spent some time under the mentorship of Eric Morales, who he really sees as the idol of what he wants to become, kind of the thinking man's warrior.
He's really stopped Picasso to commit into attacks here. And Inoue has been very intelligent on the back foot. This is better. These are the passages where Picasso's really got to get to work. When he's got his man back onto the rope, or in the corner, then you get to work. Just standing in front of Inoue a bit too much there. I'd like to see him just get either side of the target.
Inoue almost begging him to do so as he lands one final right hand and will head back to the stools. WBC interim heavyweight champion Ajit Kaya Bell will face Damian Niba on January 10th in Germany for his homecoming at the Rudolf Weber Arena in Oberhausen live on DAZN.
Yeah, intelligent boxing on the back foot. These are some clips right at the end of the round where Picasso managed to pin Inoue on the ropes and landed some shots, avoiding some of the combinations coming back, but generally it was a really, really good round, a good demonstration of boxing on the back foot from Inoue. So comfortable, isn't he, in any region, any part of the ring. Some good shots, though, from Picasso. Nice left hook.
Round 5 now underway. Inoue, as promised, a more aggressive version of himself here tonight than he was against MJ Akhmadaliev. And you can see there are large stretches where he's just planting his feet, waiting in front of Picasso. Now, this is a man with incredible belief in his own hand speed and power.
Yeah, and Picasso's been incredibly patient so far. We see a contrast of Mexican styles in the two main events, right? For the last fight with Hernandez and the volume punching, and here Picasso with the patient counter shots and the body shots.
Yeah, he's just a little worried just to close that gap, Picasso. See there, you need a little shift, stay low, get close to the body of Inoue, then you can land the shots, but he's always wary of what will come back and where it will come back. Lovely jab, one of the best jabs in world boxing, Inoue.
Jab to the body. Good left hook there from Picasso. But Inoue, again, you see that attitude. As soon as he gets hit, he comes back, trying to get 3 or 4 in return.
Yeah, I'll show you.
He seems excited about it. I think he wants Picasso to open up, like you've been saying, Corey.
Yeah, I think he's entering this fight explicitly wanting an entertaining fight. Which, again, is a great luxury, Darren, to choose how you want a fight to unfold.
Yeah, absolutely. You're in control of a contest. It's so important. You know, these are marathon, not sprints. These 12-round contests have been able to control the pace, the direction. It is so important. That's ring management. That's ring IQ. And this man here on the retreat, choosing to be on the retreat, has it in abundance.
Beautiful pull counter right hand there a moment ago from Inoue as he bobs and weaves underneath, firing off those big sweeping right hands.
Like to see Picasso throw the double left hook. He throws it really well. Tap upstairs, really whip it into the body. Narrowly missing with that left hook upstairs.
Inoue trying to hook with Picasso there, trying to bait him in with his back against the ropes.
Oh, that
right hand there from Inoue. And Inoue maybe getting the sense that Picasso felt that one with 20 seconds remaining here in round 5.
Picasso's done some good work, like we said, but he just doesn't throw in combination. And I think because, like you said, Darren, he does not want to be there for the return shots.
Yeah, just wary of what comes back. And yeah, that was a beautiful right hand there. And look at the confidence from Inoue. Hands low, moving the head, moving target all the time. Look, rolling under that left hook. Beautiful boxing.
Okay. That was nice. That was nice.
Okay.
That was good. Nice. 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 Keep it. Keep it to yourself and aim firmly and return the punch. Return your punch.
Yeah, I think it was a good round for Inoue, boxing nicely. That was a nice left hook. Didn't really turn the hips into the shot, Picasso, but still trying to edge closer. Needs a bit more purpose, move that head, roll under the shots that are coming your way, then get close to the body of Inoue. But really good boxing from the Japanese fighter. Looking class.
Round 6 underway. The Ring Magazine and undisputed champion Naoya Inoue putting on an offensive show so far, but Alan Picasso still hanging in there with him. Though again, the body language of Inoue towards the end of round 5 suggested that he might start to crank it up here in round 6, and it's certainly looking like it.
Yes, Corey, and the over-under for this fight was 5.5, so this should be about the moment the odds makers believe that Inoue will turn it up.
Yeah, now just choosing to be the aggressor, be on the front foot. How will Picasso respond again? Nice little spin round, moves back to the center of the ring. Picasso bravely trying to push Inoue back, but can't afford to fall short. That's better. Jab to the body, then you can work back upstairs.
And of course, Inoue, right, one of the biggest punchers in all of boxing. He has actually never boxed to 2 consecutive decisions, so trying to not have that mark here.
Yeah, not looking to break that streak here tonight. Picasso trying to break through the guard of Inoue to get to the body.
Yeah, and again, the tap upstairs and drop to the body. You can see when he puts his hands high, there are gaps downstairs for Inoue, so something to aim for if you're Alan Picasso. Nice double jab. And again, nice single jab there, but then it just gives Inoue the kick up the backside to get going.
Good chopping right hand there from Picasso. Inoue that digs to the body. A good little stretch for Picasso. Maybe the best stretch of sustained offense yet so far. We close in on the final minute here of round 6. Inoue just missing with that pull counter right hand over the top.
Had an opportunity to go again there. Inoue, double jab right hand, but look at that.
Hard
uppercut,
body
left
shot.
hook. Beautiful stuff, Corey. That really is class. The way he manages to find that left to the body round the right elbow of Picasso really is a thing of beauty.
Spot there for Picasso hanging out on the ropes. Another good left hook to the body.
Just doesn't have the power, does he, you feel, Picasso, to put a dent in Inoue. He's just walking forward now with a menacing look on his face.
And you saw when Inoue was landing just there, it doesn't matter if it's on the gloves or not, it punches right through the guard, that still hurts.
Yeah, it's moving Picasso with every shot. 10 seconds remaining here in round 6. Inoue winds up with another hard body shot there. Picasso spending more and more time with his back against the ropes as we head towards round 7.
You won the round, but you need to start earlier. Yeah, he hit me with a left hook to the body. Don't do that again. Don't stand straight in front of him. Don't go there. You hit him with a hook. You can hurt him with a hook. Keep working. And make sure you've got that hand up, because he's looking for that overhand right. We have to work out his footwork. Look for angles. If you don't move, we're going to be in trouble. Now you need to look for his mistakes. Yeah, you need to step it up now.
So round 7 begins here in our main event between Naoya Inoue and Alan Picasso. The Night of the Samurai here in Riyadh. All right, Mike Coppinger, have you given Picasso any rounds thus far in this fight?
Not just yet, Corey. I have it a clean sweep over the first half of the fight. 60-54 for Naoya and Monster Inoue. But Picasso has impressed me. He's doing good work in there in spurts. I just want to see him punching more in combination.
Yeah, he's proven his worth here, that's for sure. I agree, I'd like to see a bit more volume, but still he's a little wary, isn't he, of what's coming back. That left to the body that he referred to in the corner there, I think that happened right at the end of the break. There was a lovely shot, a stabbing left to the body from Inoue.
See the fans agreeing with Mike's scorecard. 60-54 every round for Inoue.
Yeah, look, he's just been a step ahead. They want to see Picasso sort of work off the mistakes, or I would say it's more, in a way, just switching off every now and again. And he's been caught with shots, not hurtful shots, just more of a reminder to stay switched on, and then he'll fire back with blistering combinations. Just a step ahead in every department at the minute, in a way.
Yeah, and you heard the Picasso corner say we have to figure out his footwork. The problem is, how do you do that? Because there are so many different versions, so many different looks that Inoue could give you, that if you figure one out, he's got about 5 more that he can dig into.
Well, it's the matrix right in front of you, unfolding, you know, trying to work out a Rubik's Cube. It really is a maze, a mystery. He'll skip backwards, but he won't exaggerate the movement too much. Then he'll be left and right, and nothing is exaggerated, which makes it so hard to read. So I think if you're Picasso, bend your knees, attack the body first, stay low, and try and get closer to Inoue. But I mean, it's easier said than done.
And it just feels like the hand speed disparity is one of the biggest factors in this fight. And Inoue consistently beating Picasso to the punch.
And you feel, don't you, as well, that there's more gears, tons more gears that Inoue could go through whenever he chooses.
Yeah, and he felt it in some of those recent knockdowns that he suffered against Neri, against Cardenas. They were as a result of him getting a little bit reckless. He said that he might not have made those mistakes when he was younger because he wouldn't have been quite as overconfident. It's interesting to see, to hear a fighter say that, hey, as I got older, I got a little more reckless.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and that does come with confidence. You can be guilty, even the great man himself, of switching off every now and again, coming square. You know, it only takes fractions, a little adjustment, and you get caught with something silly. That was better defensively. Nice left hook, taken on the glove, though, from Inoue.
Well, the fans who've traveled here in support of Picasso, trying to rally their man as we head back to the stools. Thank you so much, Adi. You heard the round of applause from Mike Coppinger to my left here.
Yeah, I mean, that would be easy work, but I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Back to our main event here between Inoue and Picasso.
And he's winning this one at a canter. He really is, in first gear, Inoue. I don't want to take nothing away from Picasso. He's trying, he really is. He's trying to get closer to the great, but just really struggling with the hand speed, the foot speed, the reactions, and just the know-how. Now, this is a huge, huge step up for Picasso. You have to remember, you know, albeit he does have 33 fights to his name, but none at this level, none even close to this level. So, you know, you're finding out things about yourself, and sometimes in sport, you're just getting beat by the better man.
Yeah, you see Inoue, to this point in the fight, landing 105 power shots already. Credit to the durability of Picasso that we are here in the 8th round, considering those numbers. See Picasso changing his posture up a little bit, dipping down low. Gonna offer up a little more upper body movement here.
It's incredible how Inoue manages to punch through the target but still remain balanced, centered. You know, it's an incredible skill. Again, look at the feints there. Always sort of nullifying anything that Picasso may be thinking of doing.
Yeah, in the last fight, we saw Nakatani control early on, and then Hernandez take over the second half of the fight, but not in this one. Inoue cruising so far and cruising toward a showdown with Nakatani at the Tokyo Dome next year that would shatter every record there is in Japan.
Closing in on the final minute here of round 8. Inoue cruising here in this round.
And there's nothing, you know, out of the ordinary here, what he's doing. He's just doing everything so well, showing you how important a jab is, showing you not to over-exaggerate the foot movement, because, you know, if you avoid the shot and you move too far back, you're going to struggle to land the counter. Showing the importance of having good variation, knowing when to throw the shot, always feinting. It is a really good performance, this.
It's mesmerizing at times to watch, and probably mesmerizing for his opponent, Darren, that he can essentially stand in front of him, and the threat of that power and the speed and the movement, it just saps his opponent's self-belief as he lands a sneaky body shot right there.
I mean, it saps you of everything. Self-belief, you're emptying the tank because you're always having to stay ultra switched on, and, you know, it's so difficult, it really is. Speed is so important in this game, so important. This is really good display of boxing.
We just heard from the heavyweight champ. How about a young man who is trying to chase him down? Moses Itauma returning January 24th as he takes on Jermaine Franklin in the main event of Queensbury's Magnificent 7 card at Manchester's Co-op Live, as Itauma looks to continue his destruction of the heavyweight division live and exclusively here on DAZN.
Is he there apparent when we're looking for new stars in the marquee division of boxing? But look at this. One of our marquee fighters. Look at that thunderous left to the body. Huge credits to Picasso. They're taking that. Look at this one, right in the solar plexus of Picasso. He's taken them well. He's complained that he's been caught with those shots, but he's still there. He's not gone down. Brave effort, but this man here looking levels above.
Round 9 begins. The Monster in complete control here in our main event. I think we're well past the point where Picasso will need something big to really get himself into this fight. The question on the other end of the fight is there another gear, a lot of is there, for Inoue to step up? Is he willing to really turn it on and more explicitly hunt for the knockout?
Yeah, I don't know if Picasso's going to bring it out of him right now. I mean, Inoue's boxing comfortably, and he's not really giving him a ton of openings, right? He's not really punching a lot. So the gaps aren't quite there.
Yeah, there's gears to go through, and what makes Inoue very exciting, he can go from first to sixth, just like that. But not taking any silly risks at the minute. You know, in complete control, outclassing the Mexican right now. Lands a nice left to the body, but hands nice and high, is stalking his man. Inoue.
Again, as we pointed out in this fight, when Picasso has a speckle of success, you heard Picasso kind of vocalizing with his punches a little bit. You see Inoue just step to him and say, hold on, young man, don't get too confident.
Yeah, and almost tries to better what he's just done. If he lands a left to the body, Picasso, he'll throw an even better left to the body. If you want to work the jab, I'll throw a better jab.
The head movement of Inoue just getting 1 inch out of the way of that big left hook of Picasso. Just the confidence and the skill level of the Monster.
And on the flip side, Corey, we just see Picasso just pull a jab there. He was about 6 inches short the target, and that shows a real lack of confidence.
But I do believe that Picasso's jab and his defensive responsibility have made it so that it's not so easy for Inoue to just step on the gas.
45 seconds remaining here in round 5. Inoue again catching Picasso with a left hook. Tries to step in with one of his own. Hard body shot again there from Inoue.
I really think these lefts to the body have done some real damage to Picasso. He's not committing to the shots. See, he's just putting the shots out there. I feel he's been hurt badly to the body.
He is just sinking into the ropes right now as Inoue sinks a right hand to his body and another one right behind that left elbow.
He just can't stop him in his tracks. None of these shots are having any effect on Inoue.
Oh, good clubbing shot there from Inoue. And a late right hand that Inoue just blatantly ignores and strolls back to the corner. Well, the body attack from Inoue tonight has been absolutely relentless as we look at a supercut of some of that work, Darren.
And they've really, really damaged not just the physical frame of Picasso, but the spirit of the Mexican. They've been thunderous shots coming in from all angles, taps upstairs, drops to the body, and I really feel if this is going to end inside the distance, it will be work to the body.
Each other, like you should do it strategically. That's all.
Round 10 now underway. Looking at Inoue in the corner, both the condition of his face and how heavy he's not breathing, it looks like he just entered the ring right now.
Yeah, walk in the park right now, and there's no disrespect to Picasso, who's trying, but just there's levels. You know, you sometimes come up against someone who's just that much better than you, and that's what we're seeing. And this is not where Alan David Picasso wants to be, being pushed back by the monster, thunderous puncher, a terrific finisher in Inoue. Oh, nice right uppercut though.
And signs of hope, but back comes Inoue with two uppercuts and a left hook to the body of his own. In some way, you get the feeling like he wants Picasso to try that a little bit more. He wants him to open up.
I think so, and it'd make life a lot more easier for someone who's naturally an aggressive counterpuncher to find those shots. Beautiful work with that lead hand, jab, double left hook.
Everything Inoue does in there is just so effortless. The way he glides around the ring, the way he throws the combinations, changes the angles.
And the speed and the accuracy is that of his shots in the first round.
You know, the head movement too tonight, guys. I think we often think about and talk about Inoue in terms of how brilliant his offense is, but the way that he's fighting here tonight, I mean, that looks like elite defensive work as well.
Fractions, you know, small margins, fine lines. It really is the difference between winning and losing. And I've used the word a few times, he just doesn't exaggerate anything.
Yeah, no, there's no doubt that this is class work, and this is as sophisticated as we've ever seen him in the ring.
This is one of the things, Darren, that Joe Gallagher said. Of course, he trained Paul Butler for his fight against Inoue. Said that the thing that impressed him most about Inoue is this, the calmness. He's one of those fighters, it seems like his blood pressure goes down when the bell rings.
Yeah, composure and discipline is just, you know, I say it all the time, they're sort of fundamentals that get overlooked. Sneaky left hook inside, more of an arm shot again, nothing troubling Inoue.
And Inoue just dancing in and out, virtually untouched. And there's Picasso, again finding a left hook to the body every once in a while. Nice little up jab, pops the head back of Inoue momentarily.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if there's some real damage to the ribs of Picasso. The reason I say that, there's just no real commitment as there was. You know, early on he was missing a lot, but he was really trying to damage Inoue. But we're not seeing that now, and that can happen when you have damage around that rib cage.
Six minutes, the most important 6 minutes of your life. Everything, you have to give absolutely everything. Go for him. For fuck's sake, there's 6 minutes. You have to go for him. Get on the inside. Everything on the inside. Hit him so he no longer has any strength on his shots. Look for angles. You have everything to be able to find those angles. Yeah. Don't be careless. He's looking for that right hand. He wants to throw that right hand all the time. Stay alive. Let's throw some balls into this. Let's go.
Little smile from our translator, Kieran, as he said that.
Well, Picasso has said he's been hearing those types of, as he calls it, Mick Taraki tough love speeches ever since his days as a soccer player, where his father was his coach there as well. And they've never been more meaningful or important than that one. 6 minutes remaining to pull off a remarkable upset. But it would take a radical change in how we've been seeing things thus far.
Yeah, I just don't know how he changes it. You know, he doesn't seem to have that one punch power to trouble Inoue in a way. You know, it's a real uphill task. Who, you know, again, you commend the skill here, the confidence shining through from the Japanese great. Look at the concentration on his eyes there, right in front of us here.
I mean, doing some quick math, look at the number of power shots thrown and then landed head and body. That's almost every second power shot he throws is landed.
Yeah, and significant as well, the 43 landing to the body. They really have taken the wind out of the sails of Picasso. Who again, like, I don't want to be too harsh on the Mexican. He's tried, he's just been second best, you know. A good fighter that just stepped up levels and at the minute falling short, Mike.
And Darren, I think you're right, because you just look at Picasso's legs and they don't have nearly the same strength and steadiness they had in the early rounds. Those body shots are pulverizing.
Well, not only that, but how often do you hear a fighter, knowing there's microphones around, admit in the corner, yeah, he hurt me to the body there. You just don't hear it that often unless it was pretty bad. A credit to Picasso, if indeed that is the case, he's in round 11 against maybe the most dangerous man in the sport.
Monster body shots from Inoue.
Inoue landing 47% of his power shots in this fight as we enter the final minute of round 11.
And Corey, that doesn't even account for all the shots, the blistering punches that are going right through the guard, and even if they're not connecting, they're still hurting on the arms, on the elbows.
Well, look at this effort, though, from Picasso. Fair play, look. He's trying. He really is trying to back, but he has backed Inoue into that neutral corner, trying to land something of note. But look at the defensive skills of Inoue. Just slipping and sliding, and then fires back with fast hands.
Just unbelievably relaxed for how violent of an offensive operator Inoue is. Look at that right hand over the top.
Doesn't need to do this, he's opting to do this. Sit in the pocket, let shots fly, now pushing Picasso back. That left to the body as well, just slipped through the guard.
Oh, and another one right there, and Picasso spins off. Looking for a little motivation as we head into the final 3 minutes.
Okay. That's right. Just to keep covering yourself, the opponent's hook, that's all you need to do.
Last round took good. パンチ的に流さないように流れないようにな。さあ。Pasos laterales, el reloj. Ganas esto, te llevas toda la gloria, papito. Te amo, viejo. Vamos.
Let's go, let's go. It's the last round. It's the most important round of your life.
Alan Picasso has 3 minutes to produce a miracle here as the 12th and final round begins. It's been a masterclass from Naoya Inoue thus far. Mike Coppinger, have you found a round to give Picasso?
You know, it is the holiday season, but I am not Santa Claus, and I am not giving a gift. So
Santa Coppinger can't find one here.
11 rounds for Inoue and no rounds for Picasso. And the only drama left is if Inoue can somehow score the knockout or if Picasso can land that Hail Mary. But Inoue, as good as we've ever seen him, no slowdown from him whatsoever.
They'd be calling him the Grinch, won't they? The Picasso corner. And it feels to me it's how Inoue decides to box in this final round. Does he try and close the show in style, or does he just sort of cruise to a shutout points victory?
And again, as Darren said, I don't want to discredit Picasso because he has done good work in there, and he probably beat most of the best fighters in the world at 122 pounds on this night. He just happens to be facing a generational great.
Still really trying to get behind their man in the Picasso corner. More angles needed here.
Well, of course, Mexican fans, they're a group that appreciates effort, and we're getting that from Alan Picasso right to the final bell. Whether he wins or loses tonight, this is not the last that we'll see of him, and certainly won't be the end of his fan support back home. Oh, good left hook up top there from Picasso, but Inoue also landing to the body at the same time. Look at the head movement of Inoue. It is just remarkable to see this up close.
Ah, fantastic, it really is. Work of art, as you say, but game effort here from Picasso. Lands another left hook. Needs to be a lot more tighter with that right hand.
Shades, Mike Coppinger, maybe of that Akhmadaliev fight where Inoue got buzzed in the final 15 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, big time credit to Picasso. I always hate when guys are down big on the cards and they show no urgency. He is trying his very best here to pull off a miracle.
Hard body shot there from Inoue. And another one right along the belt line. Oh, these are just sickening body shots that Picasso is absorbing. Oh, look at the rally from Picasso.
Incredible. What a heart shown from Picasso. 4 lefts to the body, then fires back with one of his own, followed by uppercuts, hooks.
Final 15 seconds.
Some fighter, some talent. We have just witnessed again here in Riyadh. Special fighter.
And that will do it. And pound for pound, who in the world is better than that man?
Maybe only the man sitting ringside, Alexander Usyk.
I think that's the only argument to be had.
Yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. But that was a class display. You know, again, all done in first and second gear. Could have gone through the gears, but you know, if you're enjoying a fight, Corey, sometimes just let it flow. Relax your work, and we see that. A brave effort for this man here. He can be proud of himself. He can come again, as you say.
Hey, why not Alan Picasso against Sebastian Hernandez next year?
Let's do it. We're talking about 2 semi-finals facing each other. Well, look, the losers could be 2 semi-finals. Let's see them two fight each other.
That's the greatest consolation bracket of all time.
Yeah, and look, we paid to see it, but look at the work from Inoue. It was just class. It really was, you know, all done at a canter. Some good work. The left hooks just bouncing off the chin, but the brave effort from the Mexican Picasso deserves a mention, but you're just seeing an elite level fighter unfold in front of your eyes. Stuff that you can be proud of Picasso. He really can. He can come again. I want to see him fight again. He would have learned bundles, but then the 4 or 5 unanswered lefts to the body. Look at that, just slipping inside again, not over-exaggerating the movement. That one on the waistband of Picasso, but these were doing damage. They've done damage all throughout that contest, Mike.
And also, Darren, I think what's not discussed enough is Inoue is 32 years old. He's getting to that point where the fighters in the lower weight classes usually start to decline, but no slippage whatsoever on this night.
See the fan zone deciding who won this one, 93%.
Wait, who are the 7%? Are these all from Mexico? Like, where were they watching?
I think the front row right there with your answer. Ring 6 takes place on January 31st in New York City as Teofimo Lopez puts his WBO and ring titles on the line against the undefeated phenom Shakur Stevenson, who is making the jump to 140 in a bid to add a championship in a 4th weight class. That's live and exclusive here on DAZN, and you see the respect being shown by Naoya Inoue, who again looks as fresh as he did when he strolled to the ring about 40 or 50 minutes ago.
It's been a great night. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Really have. Seen a bit of everything, haven't we? Some real class on display.
All right, we are ready to make this one official. Let's send it back up to Michael Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 championship rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. Steve Weisfeld scores at 119-109. Dion Duarte has it 120-108. Poniona Fernandez scores at 117-111. All 3 judges have it for the winner by unanimous decision, still undefeated and still the undisputed super bantamweight champion of the world, Naoya, the Monster Inoue.
So another masterful performance from the Monster, still the ring and undisputed champion, again adding to that illustrious stat line that he has. 27-0 now, just had to pull that back up. 27-0 in title fights, Mike.
Yeah, incredible stuff, and like we said earlier, matching the record of the great Larry Holmes of 4 Ring Magazine title defenses in a calendar year. But Corey, we made a big deal, and rightfully so, about the 118-110 scorecard in the Nakatani-Hernandez fight. Who was the judge that found 3 rounds for Alan Picasso? That is outrageous in its own right.
Now look at the Grinch. The Grinch. No, but I'm with you. That was a shutout, without a shadow of a doubt. He tried Picasso. He really did. He gave it his all. But again, I say he was just in there with an elite level fighter.